So I just watched Prey, a Predator prequel movie, and this is actually the only Predator movie that I've seen. When I heard that this was coming out, I kind of decided not to go out and watch the other Predator movies before this. So I don't know, maybe offer a unique perspective and not be like I don't know. It's just like when a new thing in a franchise comes out and some fans are like, "Oh, I'm mad because it's different from the other thing that I watched, and it's different, and I'm mad and I'm upset." You know, I wanted to go into this and be like, "Hey, I literally have no expectations for this, so let's just judge it on its own." But yeah, I don't know. It's a good movie. I liked it. Basically the basic plot of it is that there's a Native American girl. Is he Samoan? I think is that what they said? I don't remember. Um, but yeah, so there's a Native American girl. She's all like, I want to be a hunter. I want to hunt. I don't want to but to do the stuff that women do, the traditional roles. I want to be a hunter. But like she's like not good enough to be a hunter because she's just like it's like what I think is funny is that like it's not even one of those things where like where they're like, nah, you're a woman, you got to stick to what you're doing. They're like, yeah, sure, go ahead and try. And then she just fails. And so yeah, so it's like there's like this it's an underdog story in a lot of ways as well. It's like a coming of age story or whatever, because she kind of has to over the course of the movie get more comfortable and well equipped, right, to deal with these situations. But then with that sort of hunting motif, in comes the predator, right? So it's a bit on the nose, but the whole thing is about like predators, and the title of the movie Preys, and um I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, there's that motif there. And yeah, so the story isn't like it's not gonna win an Oscar for 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 best screenplay or anything like that, but yeah, it's engaging enough, and it gets the job done. But really, where this movie shines is in like just the setting and the characters and the performances, um, which are all really strong. Like I like the Native American setting. Um, I think there's just something really cool about just like these sort of like primitive people having to fight this high like sci-fi high tech sort of a giant alien dude. I mean that's just an intriguing premise, and I do know that one of the things that some people were worried about was like, how are Native Americans supposed to fight a predator? Like that's crazy. And again, I don't know like what the rules that were established in other movies. I don't know about those, but watching this movie, they do a decent job of making it believable. I do think that there are some instances where I think I don't want to spoil it, but there are some moments where the characters kind of learn things about the predator where they're like, "Oh, this is the thing about the predator that I can use to my advantage." And I'm like, would a Native American jump to those conclusions? I don't know that they would, but I it's not they do a decent job of not just being like it's never as simple as, oh, we're just really good with, or like we shot a bow at him and it killed him, right? Like it's not, they get creative with it, which I appreciated, and it never felt like forced. Weirdly enough, there's some stuff where that happens that has nothing to do with the predator. Where I'm like, okay, really, you're telling me this this character is able to do this now? But yeah, I won't get into that stuff. But yeah, overall, it's well shot. It's well performed. I think the kills are awesome, and it's just an entertaining movie. I highly recommend it. If you're a Predator fan, I assume you'll like it. I don't know that, but unless you're just like hung up over like I don't know, just certain lore details or inaccurate or differences between other movies that I'm not going to know about. Maybe that's a thing that you could complain about. But if you're just looking for a good movie, I mean, this is it. It's good. I do know there's been some kind of argument where people are like, "Oh, it's woke, 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 woke. It's a woman. It isn't the woman does a thing that's good, and it's woke. It's an agenda. Blah." Just I guess if the idea of a woman um fighting a predator annoys you, if that's just that inherently, I mean, I guess this will trigger you if you're sensitive to that, but uh, I don't know. I it's not something that I even really thought about until I like started watching some other reviews, and they were like, "Oh, the woman that's woke," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess this is a thing that people care about." I don't know, but if you're if you're like super sensitive and easily triggered by that stuff, then you know who you are. I think most normal people will just watch the movie and be like that won't even cross their mind. But yeah, I don't know. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Also, hit the subscribe button, obviously, so that you can be notified, or no, ring the bell to be notified. Shouldn't the subscribe button notify you as well? I don't know how YouTube works, but do all the things, like the video or dislike the video. That's fine. I mean, if you don't like it, then what? I'm not gonna ask you to be dishonest. But I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. Watch Prey. It's good. It's on Hulu. I didn't mention that. It's good. It's a good movie. Watch it. Go now. Do it. Bye.